There's never been a time in your life, other than protecting yourself from a potential attacker, that you choosing to be masculine has worked out better for you than you choosing to be feminine. It's never a time that when you choose masculinity, that it has a better outcome with men than you choosing femininity. You have to harness your superpower. Your feminine nature is a superpower. Your soft girl energy is a superpower. Being soft is actually a strong woman. Weak women are the ones that try to act like they're strong when they're really not. Because if you masculine women want to be men, y'all would be the weakest in the street. Y'all can't push the goddamn couch up the stairs. Y'all hoes can't change the oil. Y'all can't goddamn beat nobody ass out here. So if women were actually trying to be men, they would be the weakest in the world. So stop doing that and harness your superpowers, because if you learned how to shut up, be soft, be submissive, be feminine, you could get just about everything you wanted from a man. All you would have to do is bat your eyes and stand up.
Yo, what's goody? I am Wavy. I've been appreciating everybody that's been pulling up, showing support to the video, subscribing, dropping a like, joining in on the conversation. I'm interested to know what y'all got to say. And yeah, it goes a far way for the channel, and I appreciate you for real, for real. Recently, the NFL draft took place, and a lot of people were posting and reposting this particular picture. All right, now this is going to be pretty much every NFL and NBA draft I've grown up watching. All right, you have black athletes with white girls or white women. I don't know, however their age is at the time. But, and also side note, when black women are with a white guy, nobody seems to have a problem. I'm seeing other black women championing them, telling them to go find love where they're accepted and all of that stuff. And yes, go girl and goals and this and that. But when a brother does it, it's always going to get backlash. And this one's no different. All right, so this guy commented, athletes really got to stop turning their backs on black women. I don't care, man. Stop marrying these white hoes. I'm all about black love. But if the black love turns toxic, I mean, what are we going to do? We going to keep on putting up with each other at that point? I'm not saying that there aren't great, wonderful black women out there. You know what I'm saying? But in that same breath, I'm going to say that there are not so wonderful black women as there are the other race. I'm not saying that these women aren't going to use them and try to milk them and take all that they got. But guess what? They play their position. When they're in the relationship, they going to shut up. They going to play their role. When you go out in public, they going to play their role. All right? We all know how sisters get down, and then there's going to be somebody. I'm interested to know whatever y'all think.
Average, the white woman don't focus on you. Yeah, she go get all the money affairs and all to make sure the businesses run smooth, go get the charity, and the black woman be squabbling with you about your. Yeah, black woman go squabble with you about your. White woman go open charities up, starting doing book club and reading. Making sure she picked an accountant and financial advisor, and the black go be one about who is that calling? Who is that? So that's why I ain't bullshit. She gonna be stuck on the part. She ain't gonna never get the financial business aspect of it. So I see why them niggas.
Yeah, so you don't think that makes them what can I say?
You
like they
homie,
sold
listen,
out.
you damn near have to. When you go to making the kind of money them niggas making, homie, for one, the black woman, homie, she'll trip anywhere. She'll check you in front of your business partner. He'll start saying, man, you can't control your woman. Man, your woman will come. So he'll start not wanting to do business with you. Because your woman, y'all will be out together, nigga, your woman will catch an attitude in front of his woman and wife, and everybody about business be looking at your woman crazy because she in her feelings. The black woman, between the black woman and the black man, they in their feelings everywhere. Everybody else trying to have a good time, they go get in their feelings. Everybody else trying to conduct business, handle business, nigga, it's gonna be so, that's why. That's why you see all them niggas with a white bra. Unless they been with the woman like Snoop Dogg, Denzel, that's why. Because nobody's training and teaching black girls how to deal with successful black men. They just learn how to deal with hood niggas.
Now, Charleston White, I think he's funny. Some of the stuff he says is straight outlandish. Some of the stuff he says I don't agree with at all. But then some of the stuff he says is funny. Now, in the beginning of this, he was making a joke, or, I think it was a joke. But he brings up a good point that these women are going to play their positions. They're going to do what they're told. They're going to be out in public and represent you the right way. And it's true that a lot of the OGs that I see with black women are ones that were with them before they got famous, and he named a few of them: Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, Denzel and his wife, Viola Davis and her husband, the Obamas and the LL Cool J and his wife. All right, but there's not many. All right, you tell me. You let me know in the comments below. Personally, I wish that this wasn't the state of the community, but it is, and it's the reality, and people are going to say it's because of this, that, and the third, but when white women and Hispanic women and Asian women are getting married and, you know, having families at a far higher rate than black women, then we have to address the problem. And when black men are having successful marriages with women that are not black, I mean, come on. But a lot of people are not going to want to hear that.
For white girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power. You'll find every excuse in the world to not be submissive and wonder why white women can get away with their bad behavior. We take everything bad from white women, except for the fact using marriage to our own benefit. But you'll run to the child support office though. Equality against men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men and inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also, too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves, and even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man.
She's speaking facts. You can't tell some of these sisters nothing. First of all, men can't tell women anything. And the black man to a black woman is the worst thing on earth to some of these black women. There are great black women that love great black men out there, and don't try to take my words and be like, I'm just saying. As a whole, this is what's going on. And black women cannot be corrected by black men. And I see it all the time. You watch some of these 20v1s, and that's another thing. Black women are doing that. Meanwhile, white women are going and actually trying to get engaged or something, start families. All right, but you should see the disrespect on these stuff. And everybody thinks it's cool. Everybody thinks it's cute and shit like that. And the thing is, the same women cheering them on, right? The same... let me use some examples that they might be able to relate to. The same Cardi B's that are saying this, the same Nicki Minaj's that are saying this, the same Beyonce that was saying single woman bullshit. All right, they all have husbands. They all have men. Meanwhile, y'all are saying this shit and really living this shit. How far is it getting you? Where is it getting you? And they still can't see that they've been tricked. You can't correct them. They don't allow you to lead. You know, but they're calling every man under the sun a feminine man. Oh, he's not masculine enough. He's not masculine enough. I only hear black women talking like that. I don't hear white women saying that to white men. I don't hear Hispanics, Asians, Native American. I don't hear them saying that. Oh, but you're not masculine enough. And when you're masculine enough, and if you're masculine enough, then I'll be able to be in my femininity and in my soft girl era. What does that even mean? Do you want to meet a man that's feminine? And then tell you, oh, well, now that I met a feminine woman, now I can be masculine? How does that even sound? But to black women, that makes perfect sense. A lot of these black women out here only see a man as a check. All right, a man as a child support check. It's crazy because they all deal with the same Ray Rays and Pookies and then get mad and say that there's no good men out here.
Oh, so I'm saying you don't think men were more masculine back then than they are now?
Men in general, men worldwide were more masculine because we didn't have feminism. But see, the problem is black women, your mother's generation and your grandmother's generation, they really failed you guys because they told you didn't need a man. So you can't. Right. Who raised these feminine, weak black men that you have a problem with? Who raised them? Mm-hmm. Who raised them? 80% of black children are born out of wedlock. Who raised them? Mm-hmm. Who?
We did.
Who's we?
My mom or whoever my grandparents did.
Black who?
Women.
Thank you.
What would make a man considered sassy to you?
Purses, man purses, and a man that like to get his dick sucked all the time.
I got you, Bill. Oh, you must like to get cheated on all the time. Oh, you must like to pay bills all the time. Oh, you must like to spend your goddamn summers at departments all the time. Ain't no motherfucking way you gonna tell me I'm sassy because I like to get head. Where the hell is y'all from with this shit? Okay, goddamn it, but you better not say shit when I end up at Sierra house. She fucking on the first night.
Overly like.
Go ahead.
Your job is to please me.
What?
I want a man that would crave to eat my pussy. Why should I,
My job as a man, protection, provision. Your job as a woman, peace, pleasure. You over here talking about my job is to please you. Goddamn it, I done paid the goddamn bills. I can't get no ass. That's why y'all motherfuckers end up paying bills till y'all 55 years old. Because y'all motherfuckers don't even know your goddamn role. Your role is to provide peace and pleasure. I paid the bills. I take care of the kids. I am willing to die for you. You mean to tell me a man that's willing to die for you can't get his dick sucked? Back to the pot, man.
See, I don't know if they just say this stuff for shock value or if they really believe in this. But, hey, man, you're going to say it, and I'm sure that's going to plant a seed in some of these young women's head out here. And then they wonder why they're the least married. Just make baby mamas out of them. Just sexualize. That's what they like to say. Oh, we're just sexualized. Everyone wants to have sex with us, but nobody wants to wife us. Nobody wants to do it. Why? Only these women will say that. A black man asking for some oral treatment is now sassy. Everything is sassy in 2024, but that's what I'm saying. Like, and then we'll still expect to be pampered on and taken care of and bills paid and hair done and nails did and car payment up to date and house rent up to date. She's still going to expect all that. And that brings in a whole other thing, okay? The unrealistic dating thing. And then when they end up with the white girls, everybody's like, why is this? Why is that? You know why? It's because homegirl just said a dude wanting to get some oral loving is sassy. But yo, if you stuck around this long in the video, as always, I'd appreciate it if you drop a like, hit the subscribe button, join in on the conversation with a comment. What do you think about this whole thing, bringing it back to the NFL athletes as well as NBA athletes, black men, predominantly showing up to these draft nights with white women? They end up marrying white women, a lot of them. What do you think about it? Do you think it's because these guys hate themselves? They didn't see any strong black men in their lives or strong black women in their lives to where they know how to love a strong black woman. And go ahead. The black community does not want these type of weak individuals, self-hating, coon running back to Mass's plantation. And we should all just put up with each other. Black people need to put up with each other regardless, because we have the best blueprint for success when it comes to races in this country. All right, we are at the top, and we don't want any of these guys that don't want to be a part of it by, just trying to breed out their blackness. Or do you think, hold on, maybe there's a little bit that needs to be said, because looking at the dating market, I see more black women on the market than white women, even though there are way more white women in this country. All right, statistically, there's more black women that are single, unmarried, and never will be married versus white women who will potentially get married. A good percentage get married. They may get divorced, but they still get married. And what do you think is causing this? Do you think it's because the black woman is too strong and these are weak men that cannot handle her? She cannot be handled by a weak-minded male? Or do you think maybe the white girls are just a little bit more coachable? They're a little bit more flexible with what they're gonna put up with? I don't know. Like I said, I'm all about black love, but if it turns toxic and it's gonna bring about more chaos into the black community, I can't be for it. So go wherever you loved. And with that, let me get to my final clip.
If Jesus can't save these hoes, why are you trying?
What make you think you greater than Jesus, nigga?
Hey man, y'all be easy and stay wavy.